comes a point where you reach 5 degrees or 10 degrees in these countries and you think that is hot weather. Yeah, definitely we are getting used to the Swiss weather right now. You know what is crazy for me in this city? That's no matter where you are in the transport, even now as I am in the center, you still cannot hear noise. I mean, people is not screaming, people is not yelling. I mean, you hear noise of cars, the trams, but you never, almost never, hear people screaming. I mean, this is a very high level of respect for the other people. Right now, I have a meeting with a client here in the center. People always have like a meet point where it's here in the central station, where it's a big clock, and they say always, "Oh, let's meet under the clock." And something interesting also is that the appointments here are very important. I mean, the schedule. If you have an appointment for 11:30, in this case, you have to be there at 11:20 because you respect the time of the other people. It's worse, I think, fighting with people rather than being late on an appointment. You see, we are now at the central station, and this over there is the big wash where is the meeting point for the people.
Familia, saludos de... Estamos en escena.
Estamos, hermano. ¿Cómo la haces? ¿Cómo estás, hermano? ¿Cómo estás?
Tú estás en... Déjame ver si el tiempo está ahí. Entonces me ganó.
Werken ze bubbly?
Ja.
Ja? Soll ich das zusammen machen?
Ja, da ist kein Problem. Ja. Oh,
Bitteschön.
danke. Podemos sentar allá si quieres.
Bueno, ahora mira, hoy en día se vende mucho el tema de la transparencia. O sea, la gente, eso de que antes, no, de que soy un ejemplo que la gente se vendía como soy el ídolo, la gente como que quiere ver, a la gente le gusta vivir más el proceso, como si fuera un reality show. Entonces, todo, cuando la gente ve que tú mismo, por ejemplo, eres capaz de hacer el marketing, de hacer tu proyecto, hacer tus cosas, de invertir, que en vez de coger unas vacaciones te las quitaste e invertiste en tu proyecto, e incluso hacer partícipe a la gente de eso, la gente como que se siente parte del proceso. Y eso es lo que hace que la gente conecte contigo como artista, porque la gente lo que espera es que de la vuelta que es la tarima, hay veces que está para dividir al artista del público. Cuando el público tiene acceso al artista sin dejar de ser artista, es importante eso. Ya la gente dice, yo fui parte de tu proceso. Y es cuando la gente pone en los comentarios que dice, hicimos famosa a la persona correcta. ¿Por qué? Porque ya la gente, aparte de tu talento, se basa en los valores. Dice, oye, ese tipo, mira cómo él mismo hace su marketing, mira cómo él mismo se presenta, mira cómo él mismo coño mejoró, mira cómo él mismo hace una tarjeta, mira cómo él mismo hace cerrado. Ya eso lo que pasa es que la gente ya después, cuando es como que tú tengas el muñeco armado. Y después de eso es que la gente viene, el representante, el ingeniero de sonido, el manager, pero la gente lo que está viendo es que tú, solito, estás. ¿Entiendes?
Eso fue lo mismo que te dije arriba. Ahora, lo que nosotros necesitan para mentir.
Es la típica frase que se llama en inglés, en español es humanizar tu marca, porque tú eres una marca personal.
El calor es...
You know what happened? I was taking some notes about personal brand, which is what I sell in the social networks. For example, a personal brand is nothing else than what people know you for. I think that is the correct way of saying in English. So self-knowledge, asking yourself, because if you want to know if you have a personal brand, yeah, maybe you have it for a good or for a bad way. And for example, with questions, what am I good at? What do I like? What am I passionate about? And define the audience which I want to reach. Because people say, I want to reach the whole world. No, we as human beings, we feel related with something. Some people like the coffee, some people like the technology. So you need to see and to check who you want to reach to.
And when you do that, you have to let people know what do you want people to remember you for. You know, what do you want to be remembered for? I think that's the correct way of saying it. So these are very tough questions which I ask to my clients every single time that we meet, because people come with their idea of, oh, I want to be my personal brand, I want to be a musician, I want to be an artist, I want to be better at my work. I'm an entrepreneur and I want to grow my business. But yeah, what they don't know is that if you build a personal brand, whatever you do, and you build a good personal brand, people will hire you for another things and they will buy whatever you sell, because people buy for feelings, they buy for people who they know, for good brands, and not for the brand itself. I mean, in this case, if you talk about Coca-Cola or Pepsi or these big brands, yeah, but right now, if you want to build a brand, you need to build your name first. And what is behind this name is the brand, because we buy for feelings. Well, yesterday it was an amazing experience because, I mean, from all the meetings, what I have and what I have learned here in Zurich is, and it's the difference from Barcelona, is that, wow, people is so lost in marketing, so lost in content strategies, so lost in everything that is related with the internet, because the most and the strongest social network here for what I've seen is Facebook. I mean, if you go wherever you go in any country, almost no one is using Facebook. So Instagram is almost dead in reach, but it's still important, and that is something that you have to teach to the people how to use. I think it's here and here. Oh, I feel like a makeup artist doing this. Another thing that's helped me to improve a lot, and many people, I mean, this channel was also in Spanish. I try to teach people how to do it also, but I think that this is not for everyone. And it was the fact that I was partnering, and I partnered with such big brands as Armani, Calvin Klein, and a lot of big brands as a model. How did this happen? Was simple. When I came to Europe, I was like, oh, you have like a exotic beauty. I mean, yeah, I'm black and I'm Latino, so yeah, they like the vibe. And they asked me if I wanted to be a model for big brands and earn like good money for it. I mean, you can earn money like from a month of someone in one day. And this was perfect for me because I could live my business and at the same time I could work in something related to my business, because being in all these advertisings makes me understand how much they spend, how they work, how big brands advertise themselves, and all the thing about the content marketing. Today, for example, I have a casting for Coca-Cola. I think is the brand, yeah, and it's something curious because it's made for the Gen Z. It's from 25 to 35 years old, but I enter in the range, so I will make it and let's see what happens, because this is the magic of being an entrepreneur. You just throw your stone to the lake and you expect to the dragon appears, but you have to show up at least. Well, let's talk about hobbies. My hobbies, the first one is dancing. I love dancing. I was born in Cuba, in Havana, so music was around. So for me, dancing is part of my mantra. My second hobby is watching anime. I love Naruto. I don't know why. Since I was a child, I was watching it and I am a fan of it. And the third one is playing domino. Domino is a typical chess table game that we play, and it's awesome because you make like a teams of two base versus two, and then you start with your friends. Maybe you grab a bottle of Coca-Cola or beer, and you have a lot of fun.
Muy bueno, de aquí del barrio. Bueno, yo lo conozco de aquí del barrio. Él no está en problemas ni nada, se lleva con todos los vecinos y es bastante bueno, ya eso sí.
So I got a collaboration offering with a clinic, a luxury clinic for facial treatments. And yeah, of course I say yes because I also saw this is as a model. This is very important. This was for my personal brand, but their marketing is not so good. So I think it's gonna be an opportunity to have like a first touch, first meeting, and at the same time I'm gonna have the opportunity also to sell them and to help them with the marketing and the things that they might need. Let's see how it goes. Literally is -4 degrees. Wow. Okay, this is the place. Wow, it's really good.
Luckily not in Spanish.
No, no, well, I need to improve my English also. This year I say that I will make my channel in English. This is very important because all my subscribers are in Spanish and it's like crazy.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, you know, this is like a place that you have like you.
Yeah.
For example,
Let's start.
you have like a lot of charisma, and this is very important because if you mix charisma with knowledge, of course, and you also mix it with good content, man, you're gonna rock it because it's your name on it, and wherever you go, you take your name, you take your clients, and you go.
Yes, I know. And you sell as a beautician, you also sell your face a little bit because if you look nice and like if you don't have any pimples, you know. Now I have a little bit under eyes.
No.
I don't sleep that much. But you know, you sell yourself a little
Yes.
bit. And then if like as a hairstylist or like as a dentist, if you have like ugly teeth and you're telling someone you need to brush your teeth, then you're like, okay, and what about you? You know, so if I
You
tell
are the
someone
best.
about
This is
pimples,
the truth.
you know,
You're
use
the
that
example.
cream, and then they look at me and like, okay, yeah, I mean, maybe she knows what she's talking about. Today we're actually doing a hydrofacial, but
Okay.
we call it Hydra Care because we use our own products. We use like active ingredients, peelings, lactic acid, glycolic acid. It's basically a deep cleanse for your skin.
Okay.
Yeah, with the mesotherapy, you're applying serums and you insert them into the deeper skin tissues like peptides, like hyaluronic acid, and this helps for dark circles. But it's with incisions, like incision with injections, not just injections, not incisions.
I think I need more sleep.
Maybe I don't know how much you sleep.
Lately, I don't. I'm not sleeping too much.
You don't sleep so much.
Yeah, I love working, and it's the thing, you know. This is the magic.
If you love your job and then you get so much energy from.
Yeah, and it's not so. I mean, I love helping people, and this is the difference here. For example, to Barcelona. In Barcelona, you get so much competition because maybe the prices are more accessible, and this is like this. But here, I mean, people really need help with how to sell themselves.
And marketing wise.
Yeah, and wow, this is nice. I never did it.
Toda una explicación respecto a los productos que, bueno, ya yo quiero que tú te los lleves porque tú igual después te vas a ir al Caribe.
En el cual, por ejemplo, para que tú puedas tener contenido mensual, venderse un poquitico más, como que haz esto, y los típicos ganchos o hooks visuales. Entonces, contigo quiero hacerlo más como que mucho más elegante, mucho más. This is one of the most. I don't know if I should call it interesting or. But in Zurich, here you have to pay. I mean, in Switzerland, you have to pay a mandatory insurance, social insurance. I mean, you have to pay yes or yes, this or that way. So this, for example, I am watching the prices, and this is what I'm looking. This is the price per month that you pay for insurance. I mean, yeah, it's around 350 and 400 for every single month. This is mandatory. With this, I can get also, I mean, with my business also, but with this I can get my residence. That means that I can stay in the country. So this is a very important topic here in Switzerland. Good morning. Today I have to go to the bank because there's something that have been like a kind of tricky. I opened my company, which is working, which I have to pay the taxes for, and I also made a request for a bank, the cantonal bank here in Zurich, and yeah, I got the papers, I signed everything. They sent me back again one paper that I missed
signing. I think I signed for sure, and now I send it back, but I haven't received anything. And I have some invoice. If not, my clients will have to pay me double or triple, and I don't want that. And I just called them and had a conversation with them, and they told me that they didn't receive the document. That I should try to call tomorrow. But we have a phrase that says, "If Mahoma doesn't go to the mountain comes to Mahoma." So I will go now to the bank to see what is the issue, and maybe I can solve it, because if it was signed, I can go there, I can do it again, and because I need my bank account as soon as possible.
Just like I said before, if Mahoma doesn't go to the mountain comes to Mahoma. Oh, I went to the bank and yeah, she asked me for my documents. Then she made me sign the same documents I have signed before, but it doesn't matter. And then she said that everything is solved. So, finger crossed, we have everything solved with the bank.
So we're back at home, and now I'm gonna make like a 5 reels for the company, 5 reels to show how you should structure and things and do things in the social networks, because this is important. I mean, if I dedicate myself to improve their content strategy for the other companies, I must do it for myself, even that I don't have too much time sometimes, because I have to give all this content. So this is the set behind me, and what is very important here is like having a structure. I always tell to my clients that when they want to say something and they want to explain something, they can have all the context, but if they don't have a structure, anything's gonna work. And it's always like this: it's a hook in a video, then the content itself, and then the call to action. This is very important, and this is something that I realized a long time ago when I was starting in YouTube, and now people is using it all around Instagram. I mean, you can have like a different kind of hooks, visual hooks, text hooks, and so on. And something very important also is having a good context. If you are a professional in something, you have something to teach. If you have a business, you have to explain that to the people, and this is the more important and the most important thing, because you are making one day one content, and that is working in autopilot to give to the people the most value as you can, because you are answering to this question that people are making every single time that they do it. And with this, you are able to send them like a link or like an Instagram post or like a Facebook post where they have this specific answer. I mean, caring about your business, about the image of your business, is as important as the business itself. And this is why I always tell, and as an entrepreneur, I always like to give the most value or the most valuable information and intel possible to my clients, because I want they to achieve their goals and where they want to be in the future. And yeah, this is it. I hope that you found valuable this video, and because if one person is like enjoying it and learning something, I did my job. And yeah, see you in the next chapter.